If you're over 60, you're going to want to lean in for this. We are about to dive into the science behind some incredible grains that can make a real powerful difference for your arteries and your cholesterol. Honestly, for your heart health, this could be an absolute game changer. So let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar? You feel like you're doing everything right. You're cutting back on the fried foods, you're saying no to that extra slice of cheese, but every time you get your lab results back, that bad cholesterol number, that LDL, it just stares back at you. It hasn't moved. It is so frustrating, right? It can feel like you're fighting this uphill battle you just can't seem to win.
But what if I told you the answer isn't about constant deprivation? What if the real secret to getting that number down has less to do with what you take away and everything to do with what you purposefully add to your plate? To really get why that is, we need to uncover where most of our cholesterol actually comes from. And I'm telling you, for most people, the answer is a huge surprise.
Okay, take a look at this. This chart right here is a real eye-opener. Only about 20%, just a fifth of the cholesterol in your body, comes from the foods you eat. So where does the other 80% come from? Well, believe it or not, your own liver is making it 24/7. It's like a non-stop cholesterol factory. And that's why just cutting fatty foods from your diet often isn't enough to really move the needle.
And here's another piece of the puzzle that's absolutely crucial. The biggest danger isn't just how much plaque you have. It's whether that plaque is inflamed. You can have a small plaque, but if it's unstable and angry, it can suddenly rupture, form a clot, and, well, you know what that means. So our goal isn't just to lower a number on a lab report. It's to calm down that dangerous inflammation inside our arteries.
Now, before we get into the really good stuff, I have to say this, and it's incredibly important. What we're talking about here is meant to empower you, but it is never, ever a substitute for professional medical advice. Please do not change or stop taking any of your medications without talking to your doctor first. That's rule number one. All right, with that very important note out of the way, let's get to the solutions. We are going to count down the 5 most powerful greens that can help you protect those arteries and get a handle on that internal cholesterol factory. Coming in at number 5 is quinoa. You've probably seen it everywhere. And let me tell you, this ancient green is so much more than just a trendy replacement for rice. So how does it work its magic? Well, quinoa is packed with these cool compounds called saponins and phytosterols. The best way to think of them is like little bouncers at the door of your gut. They literally stand there and block dietary cholesterol from getting absorbed into your system. It's like a protective net that captures fat. A simple way to use it? Just swap out your rice for quinoa 3 times a week. And a little pro tip, always give it a good rinse before you cook it to get rid of any bitter taste. Okay, at number 4, we've got a fun one. This is a grain that always surprises people because, it feels more like a treat than a health food. Popcorn. And this is a huge but. We are only talking about natural air-popped popcorn that you make at home. We are not talking about those microwave bags that are just loaded with hydrogenated fats and salts. See, real homemade popcorn is a whole grain, and it's brimming with antioxidants. These little guys act like a rust-proofer for your cholesterol, preventing that bad LDL from oxidizing and becoming the really dangerous sticky stuff that clogs your arteries. All right, moving on to our number 3 powerhouse grain, amaranth. Now, this is a true nutritional giant that honestly most of us just walk right past in the grocery store. Amaranth's secret weapon is something pretty rare called squalene. This amazing compound works directly on your liver. It basically sends a message to that internal cholesterol factory and says, hey, ease up, slow down production. It's incredibly easy to use too. Just stir a couple of tablespoons into your soup, your yogurt, or even blend it into a smoothie. Our runner-up, coming in at number 2, is famous for a uniquely powerful kind of fiber. We are talking about whole barley. And just to be super clear, we mean the whole grain you cook with, for soups and stews, not the kind that's used for making beer. The way barley works is just brilliant. It's packed with a soluble fiber called beta-glucan. When you eat it, this fiber forms this thick, sticky gel in your gut, and it traps something called bile acids. Now, your body needs bile for digestion, and guess what it uses to make it? Cholesterol. So when the barley gel carries those old bile acids out of your body, it forces your liver to pull more bad LDL cholesterol out of your bloodstream to make new ones. It's this beautiful, natural recycling system. So we've covered 4 really impressive grains, but there is one that truly stands head and shoulders above the rest. It takes this protective power to a whole other level. So
Are you ready to find out what number 1 is? The single most effective, most powerful grain for your heart health is oat bran. Now listen closely here because this is important. We are specifically talking about oat bran, not the highly processed, sugary instant oatmeal packets that have been stripped of all their best parts. So why is oat bran the undisputed champion? It has the highest, densest concentration of those powerful soluble fibers we've been talking about. And this is where the science gets really cool. Your good gut bacteria, they feast on these fibers. And as a thank you, they produce special compounds that travel to your liver and basically tell the cholesterol-producing enzymes to take a break. You're literally feeding your own internal army to fight high cholesterol from the inside out. It's absolutely amazing. Of course, adding all these amazing grains is one thing, but it works so much better when you're also avoiding the foods that are actively working against you. So let's quickly cover the 3 biggest culprits you really want to watch out for. Okay, number 1. Processed meats. We're talking sausages, bacon, deli meats. They're just loaded with sodium and preservatives that fuel inflammation. Number 2, highly refined carbs like white bread, cookies, and sugary snacks. They spike your blood sugar and can damage your artery walls over time. And number 3, this one might surprise you, coconut oil. It's really high in a type of saturated fat that for most people can raise that bad LDL cholesterol. When it comes to heart health, extra virgin olive oil is always the winner. I know that was a lot of information, so let's tie it all together and make it super simple. Here is a 2-step action plan you can use to get the absolute most out of these grains starting right now. Step 1 is hydrate to activate. It's simple. All that amazing fiber from the oat bran and barley, it needs water to work. It needs water to form that protective, fat-trapping gel in your gut. Without enough water, it just can't do its job. And step 2, move to protect. A simple 15-minute walk after your biggest meal of the day has been proven to slash those blood sugar spikes that can inflame your artery walls. It's such a simple but powerful 1-2 punch. So here's the big takeaway. You have so much more power than you think. It's not just about cutting things out. By strategically adding these incredible supergrains and adopting just 2 simple habits, you can actively support your body's quest for health. The only question left is, are you ready to take back control?